Hello everybody, I'm Joshua Pace, CEO of Pace's Car Reviews, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different.
This is
My car collection. Starting off my collection, we have a C6 Corvette. Now, nothing really notable here, except I like the blacked out windows and the look of the Corvette badge on the rear. Overall, it's a nice car. Now, moving on, the Tesla Model 3, which is a very special car for sentimental reasons. Remember, I released a review on it, check it out in the link in the description if you haven't, and I bought this just to commemorate how happy I was with the review and the great reception you guys had for it, which I'm eternally grateful for. Alright, next up is the Ferrari California T, pretty nice convertible, but a major critique I have with Hot Wheels convertibles are this crappy piece of plastic that they use as the windshield. Nevertheless, the California T still remains a beautiful car. The luxury Ferraris continue with the 612 Scaglietti, beautiful interior, which is that perfect cream color, and if I ever got a Ferrari, Christ above, red exterior and cream interior would definitely be the way to go. Even more Ferrari, this is the F355 Challenge, which is basically the high-performance racing version of the Ferrari F355. Now, there was a really cool arcade game based off the F355 Challenge, and I really love the flame decal on the side. It's a very cool look. Okay, next up is the Porsche 911 GT3, very powerful rear-engine car, love the huge rear wing and the side red decal that says GT3. It's a very aggressive look and I really do like its styling. Now this next one is also a 911 GT3, but this one is special. This is a 911 GT3 RS, the high-performance version of an already high-performance car. Nothing else to say here except I really love the bright blue color. Alright, now this is pretty cool. This is a Rally Ford Focus RS from a small Hot Wheels rally collection which had 6 cars including a Mini Cooper S Challenge and a Subaru WRX STI. Very cool cars as well. Now, I don't have a Focus RS that was in that blue color that everyone wanted, but this rally variant is still really cool and I'm really happy I was able to get it. Moving on, we have a Lamborghini Gallardo LP560-4. This is a very cool, sleek, clean-looking car, and definitely one of the cheapest Lamborghinis that are worth buying in real life. Okay, next up, this is also a Gallardo, but this one is special. This comes from a Fast and Furious collection Hot Wheels did where they made models of some cars from the Fast and Furious movies, and this Gallardo is from Fast and Furious 6, so that's pretty cool to have. Now, this Nissan 370Z was also from Fast and Furious 6. It's a nice car. I like the flared fenders and the blacked out windows. Very cool. Here we have a McLaren 720S, and this featured in Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. It's a very cool and sleek design, and I remember being absolutely fascinated by this one scene where The Rock, Jason Statham, and Vanessa Kirby were all 3 of them sitting inside the 720S, and it just blew my mind how they managed to squeeze 3 people into this tight little tiny McLaren. Very cool indeed. Okay, now this is a Mercedes-AMG GTS, which is a really nice front-engine performance car, nothing too much to say, except this was from the Fate of the Furious, and in that movie, it was driven by a guy named Tej. Now, I do believe that automatically makes this the coolest car in my collection. Alright, now this is pretty cool. Here we have a Chevrolet Impala NASCAR race car. Now, I don't actually know a lot about the NASCAR lore, but the National Guard actually left NASCAR back in 2014, and as you can see, everyone and their actual mother have sponsored this car. I mean, you look at the car and there's millions of sponsors everywhere, AMP, Stant, EA. I mean, you just have a myriad of sponsors that you'd expect with a NASCAR. It's too bad Pace Car Reviews doesn't quite have the financial muscle to become a sponsor. Nevertheless, this car is sponsored by Mountain Dew. Make of that what you will. Next up is this beautiful Matchbox Aston Martin DBR1. Now this car won Aston Martin their first ever 24-hour Le Mans title all the way back in 1959, where a fleet of 3 beautiful DBR1s took the title. It is a car with truly great history, and when I saw this at Walmart, I made sure I absolutely bodied the kid next to me to make sure that I secured this wonderful acquisition. Continuing the Astons, here we have an Aston Martin V8 Vantage, one of my favorites. I really do love the racing stripe down the middle, and Doug DeMuro actually owned one of these in gray with his
unlimited mileage, bumper to bumper warranty.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. Right here is a drop-top Jaguar F-Type project, a very cool and sleek British design, and this convertible actually has a black windshield, so it makes it look a lot less cheap and crappy compared to the California T. Alright, now this is something you won't even be able to see in the real world. Here we have a Cadillac El Mirage, which is a concept car that was released in 2013 at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, and it's a beautiful car with subtle styling and fantastic luxury, and hopefully the real-life version eventually does come to fruition. Now this is really, really cool. Here we have a McLaren F1 GTR, which is the racing car version of the McLaren F1. It was created in 1995 to compete in many grand touring races, and when the F1 originally came out, it was the fastest car in the world for nearly a decade, quite literally legendary status. Okay, next up I have this 1 out of 43 scaled Burago Ferrari 430 Scuderia, which is actually the only 1 out of 43 model I have in my collection. It's truly a beautiful car, great curves, and the racing stripes are truly iconic. Nothing else to say here except the Ferrari racing team is really not looking so hot as of right now. Alright, now this is epic. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Ferrari FXX Evoluzione, which is a high-performance, track-focused race car based off of the Enzo Ferrari, the car built to commemorate Ferrari's genius owner, Enzo Ferrari. My aunt got this for me, and I'm eternally grateful. This is such a cool car, and it's actually remote-controlled. Now don't be fooled, this thing can actually haul with a top speed of a whopping 6 kilometers an hour, as you can see here. Nevertheless, the real-life version, as you can imagine, just happens to be a wee bit faster. Now, I've saved the best for last, and that is this, my favorite car in the entire collection, the Ferrari 250 GTO. Now this car actually holds the title for the most expensive car of all time, as it was sold for $48.4 million at RM Sotheby's in August of 2018. This car is historic, iconic, and a legend in every sense of the word. This car's performance was mind-blowingly ahead of its time, and the actual real-life car is incredibly rare, with only 36 made for the entire world, and I feel honored to have such an acclaimed and famous car, even if it is a toy version. So that, guys, was my car collection. Something a little different on the channel, but hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. Definitely feel free to leave a comment down below saying what your favorite car was, and again, if you have any video ideas or car review requests, feel free to leave those in the comments as well.
Hello? I love you.